What does it take to win the Toastmasters Humorous Speech Contest? The answer to that, well, part of the answer to that is coming right up. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Rick Olson, founder of afunnieryou.com. And for 2 years, I tried and failed to win the Toastmasters Humorous Speech Contest. I won at the club level. I won at the area level. My first year at the division, I got second. My second year at the division, I got third. I was going backwards. I was frustrated, and I was actually confused, and I was ready to quit. A member of my club actually told the club that I was at a disadvantage for this type of contest because I told jokes. I was a stand-up comedian. I knew I had one shot left. I was willing to give it one more try, but I knew I needed to do something different. And I did something that I actually should have done the very first time I competed. I went and looked at the judges' criteria. And I was shocked at what I found. I found out that humor was actually only 15 out of the possible 100 points. 15. It's like, wait a minute, this is a humor speech contest. No wonder why everybody said I was the funniest, but I still didn't win. I was leaving those other points on the table, so to speak. So I looked at the judge's ballot, I read it carefully, and this is what I discovered. A major part of the judge's criteria is content. And look at this first category of content, speech development. Let me read to you what this says. Speech development is the way the speaker puts ideas together so the audience can understand them. A good speech immediately engages the audience's attention and then moves forward to a significant conclusion. I found out the first piece I was missing, a significant conclusion. The development of the speech structure is supported by relevant examples and illustrations, facts and figures, delivered with such smoothness that they blend into the framework of the speech to present the audience with a unified whole. So that was my first hint that I needed to do something different, a significant conclusion. The next category was effectiveness. It's measured in part by the audience's reception of the speech, but a large part is the subjective judgment of how the speech comes across. You should ask yourself as a judge such questions as, was I able to determine the speaker's purpose? So there was point 2. I had to make sure that I didn't leave the purpose up to a random guess. I had to be very clear about the purpose. The third category in the content grouping was speech value, and it justified the act of speaking. The speaker has a responsibility to say something meaningful and original. The listener should feel the speaker has made a contribution to their thinking. The ideas should be important ones, although that does not preclude a humorous presentation of them. So there's the third idea that I was missing. I had to make sure that the listeners felt I made a contribution to their thinking. And then finally is audience response, which includes laughter. But it's not just laughter. Audience response reflects the audience's reaction to the speech. Did the speech hold the audience's interest? Did people understand and laugh at the humor? 15 of the 100 points are for humor. The other ones that I've been missing out on, that I hadn't paid attention to, what was the purpose? A significant conclusion, and did I impact the audience's thinking? And that's when I began to change the way I approached. So the third year I was competing, I actually started several months ahead of time and began crafting that speech, making sure I included what I had found out looking at the criteria. The next video in this series, I'm going to take a look at topic selection. How do you pick a topic that fits into this category but also lends itself to lots of laughs by the audience? Because that is still important, lots of laughs, but it has to meet these other things. And that's what we're going to take a look at in the next video on topic selection. My goal with the Funnier You is to help you develop a specific set of skills to be a funnier you, to add humor to your speeches and presentations, to cut through the vague general advice that most experts give you, that you see online, to cut through all that and to help you develop that set of skills. If you jump over to afunnieryou.com, you can take a look at my speech laugh generator process. It's the process I developed in the process of winning the third year at the district level. I also have the Public Speaker's Guide to Humor. You can take a look at that. I have some other articles. I look forward to helping you become a funnier you. See you next time.